And when you're ready, show me that your horse is willing to walk. Go where you want to go, which is going large at the moment. And show me that you can increase the walk and then slow the walk and ask for a halt transition. So that's sort of their little warm-up exercise to get back into work. So you increase the walk, then slow the walk, and find a halt. And when they do it, you walk forward again, increase the walk, then slow the walk, and then find a halt. So just like when you were riding earlier, you're giving yourself something to measure. When you asked for the increased walk, did it happen? When you asked for the slow walk, did it happen? When you asked for the halt, did it happen? Good. Remember to close your fingers a little bit more. Remember, you can still close your fingers and still have a soft hand. I love your hands are very soft now, but you just have to be, just to make them look a little bit more correct, you want to make sure your fingers aren't open as much. That's okay. It gives me something to say. It's when it's obvious, it's easy. I'll mention it because it would be unfair if I didn't mention it.
I hear it a lot.
Okay, I have a little bit of a similar thing going on. But it's good. It shows you have a soft hand, but you can still have a soft hand and have a little bit of contact. Okay, so when you're ready, go ahead and show me a turn on the forehand down the long side. Okay, and the same exercise on this range. Ask them to increase the walk, then ask them to slow the walk, and then ask them to halt. You just want to, see if they're answering the question. You've already warmed them up a bit, so you should be kind of mentally prepared to ask that question. And okay. Now think about the nostril being to the inside while you're walking around. And go ahead and pick up your trot. So to be fair to your horses, go back to the same question at the trot. Can you increase the trot in different places in the ring? So now we've picked, while you were warming up earlier, you had them in the zone of lengthening down the long side, lengthening a little bit on the short side, and then you added in the corners to add a little more activity. So if they're agreeable to that, try a little leg yield down each long side as well. And when you finish your leg yield, forget about it and go right back into the lengthening the trot exercise in the corner and on the short side. And then if the stars are all lined up for you to ride another leg yield, go ahead. If they're not, who cares? Don't ride it. Only ride it if you have your horse willing to go forward. And now for the leg yield, you have to start, making sure they have correct bend, so you can start putting that into your ride. So on the short side or down the long side, as they're lengthening the stride, bring the nostril in. Don't bring the nostril in if you don't feel them push, because otherwise you're just going to slow down. Only bring the nostril in as you feel them surge forward with energy. So you're saying, oh yeah, I want to ride my horse from the back to the front. Only do the leg yield if you're organized with the bend and the energetic trot. All of the exercises are optional, but the one thing that you want to focus on is you're only going to bring the nostril to the inside a little bit more if the trot is forward. So make the forward energy work the priority. So every leg yield. Let them know your big priority is the forward. And then open your rein a little bit, or play with the inside rein and start to get bend. That's the idea, Angela. He's thinking about it now. He's saying, wow, I got the forward trot. Now she's obsessed about that inside bend. Let him know you are. And you're not going to change your mind about the forward trot. Exactly. Remember, the forward trot is going to make him round in his back. And then getting the bend between his wither and his mouth is going to make it soften in his neck and chew on the bit and give you a rounder outline. So whenever you have a round outline in their back by riding the horse forward, you then have to try and make it connect to the front of the horse. You have to say to yourself, oh yeah, I'm taking this energy that I created where the horse wants to go rounder or forward in the back, and I'm going to bring the nostril in and ask them for correct bend through the corners and the short side and even the long side. That's it, Angela. Well done. So Angela, when he does it, try and hold the bend a little longer so he doesn't think you're going to let it go as he goes rounder. And when you're ready, change direction again, Mel. That's the idea, Angela. Good, Mel. Pump up the trot a little bit again, Mel, because now it's a little bit behind your leg. And that's going to make the bend a little more difficult. You got it. And again, as you go large, let them know this is the priority exercise. Can I lengthen the trot down the long side? Can I get the engagement on the short side and in the corners? And if the answer is yes, say to yourself, can I bring the nostril to the inside a little bit? Maybe do a couple of steps of leg yield. But you have to have the feeling that the horse wants to give you more trot. Because remember, you can only regulate the horse if you've animated first, right? So if you don't send them forward, you've got nothing to regulate and control. You've got to send the trot forward so you can ask for the bend and get them round over their back and round in their neck and soften the bridle. That's it. There you go, Angela. Now take the bend and start to lower. Okay, so when you're ready, back to walk.